Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Clay, the intended receiver. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Ty Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the whip. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Alert flare, alert flare.
Now Johnson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. He'll rifle this one. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Here's Prescott. Screen pass to Connor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Connor running right. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Begin.
They'll run here with Connor, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 4-8. Check. Here we go. Going to 53. Get in the weight room. Monk's 56. Monk's 56. Oh, you got D?
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Going deep for Diggs. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott, the sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
You got tape. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. 1-8.
3rd and long for Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Going deep for Diggs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Open man is Michael Thomas. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Thomas, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Texans first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He's crashing. He's checking crack. Lucky. Anyway. Right check 33. Trump. Hey, check right. Check right 33. And let's get this.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Marquise Brown, as the first half is winding down, and the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
To throw is Prescott. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
47.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second and 11. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. John Brown, 84 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
We want it. Come to my way.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott, that's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Hey, 47.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Check 3, check 3. We're going to 53. We're going 47.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Go. Hustle. Take 4, take 4.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
He's checking.
First down, Houston.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Ravens' 13.
2nd and 6. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Nikel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They're going to look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. They'll try and throw for it here. Going deep here for Allen. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 37. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On play action, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Prescott now from the 50. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Prescott to throw it. He's got Allen. And he'll go down at the 28. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott, it's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The Ravens on third down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
56. Check 56. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. March 50. March 56. Get ready. Get ready. Here we go, 46. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Here we go, G. 56.
Prescott from the gun. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Connor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Again, it's Connor. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Don't say nothing. Watch twist. Watch under. Here we go, kill. 26 Mike. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Completes it to Lee. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now Prescott gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And here he'll get it down to the 7th. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Check, crunch.
Here's Prescott. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
3 down.
Prescott down. And it's caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. They'll come out in the pistol. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Focus, defense, focus. Switch. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Kill. Check 43. Say, hunt, 6, wait, echo. Go. On the rep, let's go, right here.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Texans, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.